Hey guys, how you doing? It's John Goyak, the Game Changer, Reframe Your Game, and the CEO of the Goyak Group. Hey, today I want to talk about the difference between coaching and mentoring. And there is a real difference. And one is get you through the game, one gets you through life. And so I'd like to go through an example, just something that happened today. Actually, got a call from a young man who I've been occasionally mentoring over the past few months. He's gotten into a new job. It's been challenged for him. It's not in his skill set. It's something in a field he didn't understand. So I said, you just need to learn, you need to learn your stuff. That's great, but you also need to learn your presence because you have a totally different function you need to perform in this new job. He's an expert chef. He's a just super at everything he does. Brilliant artist and all that sort of stuff, but he's facing this economy. So his challenge was he's working for a corporation now that does sales. And so, there are tons of salespeople out there. There's tons of sales courses out there. There's all sorts of numbers. We've all seen that sort of crap. But there's some things that really are missing, and if you don't connect with them, you will fail, or at a minimum, you will not do half of what you could do, and you won't have half the impact you could have. So let me tell you a story. So he gave him some coaching, and he took it on. I sent him some books, did some sessions with him, and he went in and he rocketed up. He every week went to the top of the pops, and over a period of about 6, 7 weeks, he got to the top producer in the company. That's pretty extraordinary for a young man with no experience in the business. Then all of a sudden, things started to taper off. And so today he called me. He says, "Wow!" And I was doing really great. And then all of a sudden, I was doing super. And all of a sudden, it went down, down, down. And now I'm doing a third or less than what I was doing when I hit my peak. And people are starting to, question me. Do I know what I'm doing? He says, "I'm trying everything I can do." I met with my supervisor. One of them, they said this, and I met with another one, they said that, and they said, maybe you should use this word, maybe you shouldn't say that. And that's great. But I'm here to tell you that changing a word or changing, a little tune in your head is not going to get you where you need to go. So I said, okay, so let's take a look at what were you doing when you started to get successful? Well, he had fun. I said, well, you don't sound like you're having any fun right now. He said, well, I'm not. Okay. I said, you sound stressed. You sound panicked. Your voice sounds like you really need this. I said, how do you think your customers, your clients feel when they know you need something? He said, well, they must think I'm trying to close them. Okay. So, well, my supervisor said, well, I'm tending to talk too fast or something. I said, so what's that an indication of? Panic, stress, whatever. I said, man, you have to find your flow. You have to find your game. And when you do that, then you'll be able to get back into it. So it turns out what he was doing, he was abandoning everything that made him successful to get more sales. And what happened? He got fewer sales. So that kind of doesn't work. So the difference between changing a word here, you're talking too fast, and saying, take a step back. How are you feeling when you were doing great? I said, did you connect with these people? And so we walked through a whole set of strategies about connecting with people because then in sales, the widget works. The widget cuts glass or takes stains out or whatever the shit the widget does. It's not my job. But it's how you make the people feel, your customers feel, that's more important. And so knowing that, when you go into a call and you get in this high-stress panic mode, how do you feel? How do you feel when somebody's in stress panic mode when they're talking to you? You don't have anything to do with them, man. That's that guy's problem. I'm out. So it's about being able to take a step back, take a look at the landscape and say, what worked? What didn't, what do you need to do? So we put a whole prescription together and put a number of scenarios together for various kinds of clients and what the introductory strategy would be, what the alignment strategy would be, and how to connect with their pain or their gaps, if you will, and where they want to go. Hey, they've got no flexibility right now. They're spending a ton of cash for things that they really can never use or never get full benefit of. And when they spend the money on what they can get right now, they don't have the extra money to get what they need to enjoy their life, to enjoy their vacation, or enjoy whatever they have. So now, where do they want to go? What do they want? They want flexibility. They want to get the maximum value out of their experience, and they want to have some confidence that they have some flexibility to decide and choose for themselves. Because choice is an enabling and empowering thing. Okay, so I said, you're working for this company. Why? Well, my mom went here and she got a great vacation and did that. And I said, okay, fine. So you can now have a story. You have a way to establish rapport with your clients and say, I didn't know anything about this company 6 months ago, but my mom did this sort of stuff, and so I started checking into it. You know what? She had a great time. Didn't have a lot of money, but she had a great time, and it was extraordinary. So I started checking into this stuff, and it turned out that the things that she wanted were important to me. She wanted flexibility. She didn't have a lot of cash, and she had an amazing time. And so I'm just here to tell you, if that's something that you're interested in, then maybe we ought to talk some more. It's not. People call it a soft sell. I call it a connected sell. But it really is connecting with your client. So how does that apply to aerospace and defense, entrepreneurial? Across the board, guys, you got to connect with your clients. If you don't spend time walking around in your client's shoes, getting inside your client's head, and understanding how they hear you and how you're coming across, if you don't replay your game films, like we've said a million times on these podcasts, and really walk through, would I want to be treated like that? Seriously? Maybe not. I would suspect that none of us would want to be treated most of the time the way we treat folks, but that's another story, another podcast or Bcast or wherever these things are. But the real point is, it's about making that connection, an emotional connection, so that you can, in fact, have that compelling conversation with someone to really understand where their pain is and paint that path forward to help them get to what they want. Is that selling? Sure it is. Is that manipulative? Yeah, if you like the connotation of the word, it's fine. But it really is. They've got a challenge area, and they've got someplace they want to go. If you can connect those dots and get them on that path and give them the steps to create that path, you now are incredible power for them and giving them incredible value, and they'll write you a check. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's about getting paid. So I'm going to do a couple more on this because there's some other things that we can talk about, but there really is a difference between coaching, coaching here, you don't catch the ball, or, hey guys, when we go into the 2-minute drill, here's what our objective is, here's what we're going to do, and here's what his mission is. So mentoring is really about understanding your mission and the elements it takes to get there. Coaching is about in process, things you can do to make yourself play better. Do you need both? Sure. I'm saying one's better than the other, but you do need both. But at the end of the day, mentoring really positions you for a long-term gain. Coaching gets you into the day-to-day, the tactical. So you have to think about the difference between tactical and strategic. You can draw the line that way. So just thought I'd rip on this one today because it was amazing. The lights went off. Bang, 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 bang. He said, "Yeah, I got that. Oh my God, yeah, you're exactly right." And I thought, da-da-da-da-da. So he's going to try it. So I gave him 6 scenarios. Like I said, I gave him some various ways to work it. I said, and go listen to your calls. I said, go listen to the calls you were doing when you were doing the 16 sales and when you're doing 8 sales. You will be able to train yourself. And again, the best coach you have is you. So a couple of challenges or a couple of thoughts to take away from today. Listen to yourself. Really pay attention and really listen critically. How do you come across? I'm sure I come across half the time as an obnoxious jerk off, but I don't care because I'm here to try to help everybody move their game up the ladder here. But you've got to interface with folks who are in control of your destinies and things like that. Do I want to work with you? Absolutely. Can I make amazing things happen with you? Absolutely. We can make tremendous things happen together. But today, this is who I am, and this is how I play. And there's no bars hold. It's no bullshit. This is how you go. You got to go full out. So that said, when you want to get in and you're getting engaged with a client or a customer, they're not always into, hey, let's romp it up with John. They've got specific missions they have. They have specific spots they got to fill, gaps they got to complete. It's how you connect with them, approach them, reveal your solution to them by connecting with their pain and laying out a path to their pleasure, identifying their gap and giving them the vision of the world when they fill it. That's where the game is. Coaching, sure. I can coach you along the way and have coached thousands of people about how to give better presentations, about how to do things better and all that sort of stuff. But really, even those things are about what are you doing well? Focus on what you do well and do it better. And so with that, just a quick one today. Probably not so quick. But just wanted to get that off my chest because it was really fulfilling for me. Because that's all I work for. The only reason I play is I want to see the lights go on. Because when the lights go on, somebody now gets it and they take the ball and they run. They now make it their own. And they now go out and own their destiny. And that's why we're put here, I think. So with that, John, Game Changer, Reframe Your Game. And go over to my website at www.reframeyourgame and take a look at some other videos if you like and fill out the form. Be happy to spend half an hour jamming with you brainstorming, talking about anything you want, and see if we might work together in the future to make some really cool stuff happen. With that, God bless you. You have a blessed day. See you. Bye.